Hi everyone, welcome to Infinite Women. I'm Allison, and today we are talking about the incomparable Moms Mabley, who fans of the show The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel may recognize as a character played by the also truly iconic Wanda Sykes. But let's talk about the real woman behind the character. Born Loretta Mary Aiken, Jackie Moms Mabley was an African American stand up comic and actor who was active in stage, television, and films from the 1910s to the 1970s. She was also one of the 20th century's first openly queer comedians, coming out as a lesbian in 1921. She was born in North Carolina in 1894, one of 16 children in her family. Her father owned and operated several successful businesses, but her childhood was not idyllic. She gave birth to two children when she was 11 and 13, respectively, after having been raped by two different men. Both were put up for adoption, and she would go on to have four more children over the course of her life. She ran away at age 14, encouraged by her grandmother, and joined a traveling minstrel show. She took the stage name Jackie Mabley, using the name of an early boyfriend and fellow performer, Jack Mabley. In a 1970 interview, she commented that he had taken so much from her, the name was the least she could take from him. Although she soon became one of the Chitlin Circuit's most successful performers, her income was limited as an African American woman. As mentioned, she publicly came out as a lesbian in 1921 when she was 27, although documentation of her relationships with men indicate that she may have been bisexual in our modern terminology. In the 1920s and 30s, she performed in androgynous clothing and recorded several lesbian stand-up routines. She became the first female comic to perform at the Apollo in Harlem in 1939. Inspired by the maternal role that she filled for younger comedians on the circuit, Mabley adopted the Mom's nickname in the 1950s, taking on the look of a toothless, bedraggled older woman in a house dress and floppy hat. The name was also an homage to her grandmother, who had encouraged her to pursue her dreams. In this non-threatening guise, she was able to address controversial topics like racism, sexuality, and having children outside marriage, with one of her signature bits being Mom's preference for handsome young men rather than old, washed-up geezers. After decades of performing, Mabley became better known to white audiences in the 1960s, performing at Carnegie Hall in 1962 and appearing on mainstream television shows. Although she had sung in her earlier career, music now became a regular part of her act. Her cover of Abraham, Martin, and John reached number 35 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1969, making her the oldest living person to have a U.S. Top 40 hit at age 75. Well into her 70s, she continued to perform, appearing on The Pat Bailey Show and opening for Ike and Tina Turner at the Greek Theater. Mabley's only starring role in a film came at the end of her life. She suffered a heart attack while filming Amazing Grace in 1974, but returned to work only 3 weeks later, when she was likely still recovering from her pacemaker operation. And unfortunately, she did pass away from heart failure the following year, but she left behind an incredible legacy. Join us next time on Infinite Women, and remember, well-behaved women rarely make history.